Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? Really like that. You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, it's Friday morning over here. Don't know when we're going to release this. It's early July. We got SEC Media Days coming up next week. And we figured here on the channel, going to be a lot of people talking about Arch Manning, especially next week as he approaches SEC Media Days, or I think we're going to release this the day before SEC Media Days, so they're going to be talking about him tomorrow a lot. But we wanted to bring you the film. That's what we do around here. We are the Film Guy Network. We also talk a lot of college football on our live shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the season. But this is what we do best. We get up on this board, and I think we do this unlike anybody else with regards to evaluating actual football and actual football players. So we're going to take it to the board today and watch Arch Manning. But here's what I want to say going into this. Normally I give you a full description of who the athlete is. I break it down, tell you his weaknesses, pros, strengths, all that good stuff. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I think this guy's really, really good. I'm going to show you things today that make me believe in my heart of hearts that he's going to be really, really good. But I already know what the comments are going to be. Okay, they're going to be Texas fans thinking this guy's God's gift to football, and there's going to be everybody else telling me he ain't played nobody, Paul. And that's fine. You can do that. We're going to watch him against Mississippi State today, and I'm going to show you the first clip of the damn film. There are things that this young man's doing that we criticize other quarterbacks for simply never doing. Okay, just in terms of reading through progressions, playing with a good fundamental base, and playing with the good mechanics, all right? He does a lot of that. Now, there are some limitations to his game already, or at least right now, that I would imagine he solidifies and figures out as he gets much older. But I do believe this is a guy, all right? Now, you can choose to believe me or not. You can choose to be a hater or not. It doesn't matter. But just watch, okay? We got a couple of rules around here. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. And if you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. We're on our way to 50,000, on the way to 100,000. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well. Appreciate you being here. We got a saying around here. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Do you agree, Jonathan? I feel like there's one of two crowds here. There's people thinking this guy's God's gift of football. There's people thinking this guy ain't played nobody. He's some shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's no in-between with it.
No, there is not. I do think there is going to be some in-between performances, okay? I think there's going to be an in-between performance or two between, hey, this guy is God's gift to football, and this guy, I told you, he's overrated as hell. There's a young football player. There's going to be some growth periods, as you would imagine. I saw some growth periods in this tape that we're going to show you today. But here is why I love this guy. Okay, or I think highly of this football player, okay? We are tie your feet to your eyes football channel. That's what we talk about at the quarterback position. If you are not tying your lower body to your upper body and your eyes, you will never be ready to strike when the read becomes open. Like this right here. This is the first play of the football game. This is not his first college rep. I am very aware of that. But this is the first rep of the football game. We're going to go heavy play action. We're going to turn our back to the defense. We're going to click through two reads. We're going to throw a 15 back to 12-yard comeback, and we're going to rip the hell up out of it. Let's watch it right here, okay? So let's take a look at the read. First and foremost, if you're going to play quarterback at Texas, you better be comfortable doing this, right? You better be comfortable turning your back to the defense and realizing whatever they showed me pre-snap may or may not be different by the time I turn my head back around. So it's very important when we do turn our back to the defense that when we snap our eyes back to the defense, we better know who we're supposed to be looking at. Let's check it out right here. So here's the concept. We got a hitch, a flare, and a comeback. Call them hitches, call them comebacks, whatever you want, doesn't matter. We got two guys buttoning up 15 back down to 12 in the progression with two secondary flares. We like this one first in the progression. We're going to read him first. When we come over here, the guy we need to snap our eyes on are this nickel defender. He will indicate where we're supposed to go with the football. So let's take a look as we get to the top of our drop. We do not like that, do we, boys? We do not like that at all. ball. So what are we going to do? Boom. We're going to immediately snap over to our secondary read. And what do we see, Jonathan? We see our feet are indeed tied with our eyes. We are ready to strike this football right now, and guess what? That's exactly what we do. We take one more hitch. We are throwing this ball right now. Guess what this wide receiver is doing right now? He is just now getting out of his break. When we talk about playing with timing, when we talk about playing with anticipation, or that old adage, playing on time, this is what it looks like, okay? That's what it looks like. And, of course, we rip the hell out of it, right? And we throw an accurate football. Let's take a look at it from the tight. You can see all these mechanics really, really working. Guys, we watched a 2-year starter last night. Okay, now granted, he wasn't dealing with a clean old pocket like this. Okay, but we watch multiple year starters in college football all of the time on this channel fail to bring their feet with their eyes. By the time they get to the secondary portion of the progression, feet are parallel. We're in a full panic mode trying to scramble and create plays with our legs. That's not playing the position. This is an example of playing the position. Look at our eyes right here. I love this. We are reading all of those zone defenders up underneath this. Boom, we're going to click off, come over here, and look at our base, Jonathan. Look how all of our weight's already on that back foot, right? We are ready to strike right now because our weight is here, right? We are always going to be ready when we come over to our progressions right here. We're not going to be feet parallel with our chest like this, right? We can't throw footballs like that. When we watch this guy click through his reads, I guarantee you the lower body mechanics are going to be premier. I guarantee you the lower body mechanics are going to be premier. Now, okay, again, ain't played nobody Paul. I get it. All that good stuff. But I also know about the playing under Sark's system. The layups in Sark's system are going to feel like alley-oop dunks sometimes, okay? So what we haven't shown you, this is play 4 of the football game. The last 2 snaps, they've been really feeding underneath screens, bubbles, tunnels, things like that. They've been taking some dink and dunks, if you will, right here, trying to move the ball down the field after the first explosive. But watch this right here, okay? So now we're going to run a little fake bubble screen, okay, a little bluff as we call it. All right, we're going to pretend these 2 guys are blocking, and then that slot receiver is going to run right down the sideline, okay, for a big touchdown. Now, when I first watched this from the wide, my first question was, for real safety, we can't make that ball? We can't make that play? Oh, it's Mississippi State. This is some garbage. Everybody's making that play. Look, why can't this safety get over here and make this play? Well, I wrote that in my notes, right? Safety should make a play. And then I went and watched it from the wide, or from the tight, rather. Look at this ball placement right here, Jonathan. Now, this is all on the coordinator. Don't get me wrong. But we still got to be able to execute. You know what I'm saying? That is the ball. That ball's put on the pylon as far away from any type of defender as we possibly can. We missed that ball by a yard inside. It might be going back the other way, or, you know, that's the worst case scenario, or our running back's going to get his absolute head taken off, or our wide receiver's going to get his head taken off. It's good placement right there on a big-time shot. More in there to let you know that the OC always be working. That's what he does, okay? Now, that's a very similar concept to the first play that we're going to look at, right? It's a very similar concept to the first play that we're going to look at. We're going to turn our back to the defense. Okay, we got 2 really intermediate to deep options, right? Looks like we got that post and deep over concept working right here. No, we got a clear out and a dig from the backside. We got the underneath option right here, and we got the swing kind of, what would you call that? Swing screen, if you will, because we have an extra blocker over there as well. So there's our concepts. We got the deep go, a deep dig, and that secondary, or that third option in Gunnar Helm right there. Let's see how he reads the progression. I bet he takes the eyes on the deep shot first. Actually, it looks like to me, Jonathan, he's looking at the deep safety to see what he does first. Is that where you would agree his eyes are going to right now? We'll get a confirmation from the tight, but that's what it looks like to me. And when I see this safety in that deep hole, right, I know I got this dig ready for me right here. Good rip. Let's watch the lower body mechanics right here. I guarantee you by the time we click over to that dig, Jonathan, I bet 90% of our weight is in the instep of our back foot, isn't it? Most of our weight is in that instep of that back foot because we've got to be ready to strike. I love this, okay? I love this. This is a great ball, too. Doink. Look at the mechanics right here, Jonathan. No overstride. Let's get really, really nerdy right here. Watch how we don't. First of all, like I told you, weight's loaded in that right instep, right? The kind of palm of our heel right there. Okay. Yeah, I still got it. Boom. And then we're never gonna overstride, right? If we were to overstride, that front knee would be locked out, working back against us. It is not, okay? It's just good, clean mechanics. We're not flailing that left arm. Look how tight that left arm is to our chest right there, Jonathan. You see that? We're not losing any energy or momentum right there. Ball's perfect, right in the chest. Bro's glazing him for a 12-yard dig. That's crazy. Also, Peyton could never. Eli could never. I do appreciate this about having to play quarterback nowadays. Like, I'm sorry, but no Manning ever, other than Arch, is going to be able to just kind of turn it sideways and flick it out. Okay, watch it full speed. The other Mannings just, they didn't have the type of arm talent that this guy does. In fact, I have always been adamant about this. I don't think Peyton Manning is drafted and evaluated like Peyton Manning was in the 90s today. You know what I mean? Peyton Manning's 6'5", 225 pounds, stands on it real bad, doesn't have a ton of arm power or arm strength or even arm talent. His number one deal was, I decipher defenses better than everybody else. You definitely did, and you made a Hall of Fame career out of it. You're one of the greatest of all times. But if you were 17 years old today, we would rebuild your entire mechanic platform. We would start you from scratch, Peyton. And this guy you wouldn't. You're not going to have to rebuild him. There's not much to fix here at all with regards to the mechanics. I do think we're going to, I don't know if I've shown them to you today because there weren't too many misses in this football game that I remember. But there are some touch pass misses that have been brought to my concern, and you can definitely see them, okay? Now, we talked about it last year watching Quinn play in this offense. Felt like there was a lot of turn downs, right, Jonathan? A lot of like, dude, why aren't you ripping that ball? Well, right here, I think you're going to see more of this if you're a Texas fan than you did the last 2 or 3 years combined. You're going to watch this dude throw balls that make you kind of pucker up a little bit more than the last 2 years, okay? Because I'm going to have to back him off more than I'm going to have to encourage him to drive it into the corner and hope it sticks. Does that make sense? This is a prime example right here. We're trying to high-low this tight end right now. We got an underneath defender and a safety. We're going to put this ball in a very peculiar and dangerous spot right here just because we think we can, and we almost do. You know what I mean? This is the type of quarterback I think you've got now, though. I watched the quarterback last year that felt like he was kind of trying not to make the yellow caution flag come out instead of just driving the daggone machine. Drive the machine, man. Let me back you off as your coach. I'm trying to hunt, okay? I'm trying to hunt. You're going to see a lot of those this year, I think. His turnover ratio is going to be a little bit higher, but I think your explosive margins are going to be higher.
Do you think that could have been a touch pass situation?
Yes, could have been, but we can't put too much air on that, Jonathan, because that safety was back over the top of it. Now, the ball on this does not get any better. And he confirms his coverage by checking the corner right here. Yeah. All right, so we're running a little mesh action right here with the tight end, trying to get Gunnar Helm on a run after catch opportunity. But the only way we can confirm this coverage is to see who trails with the tight end. Okay, I love this right here. He does indeed see, all right, no, we really do have this guy having to run all the way across with that tight end. That's who he's staring at right there, and he sees, uh-oh, that's a lot of garbage, and then throws the bomb. Wait, hold on. What do my notes say about it? Ball don't get any better. He confirms by getting eyes on the corner. What is the corner telling him? Oh, I know what I'm doing here. All right, sometimes in these deep thirds, this corner will replace and go to the high post, okay? And if he would, this slot post is shut down because the corner would have the deep third. Do we understand that? But when he sees this corner basically pretend he's got Meg coverage, man, everywhere he goes, and watches this corner run with this tight end, he knows there's no high hole player, okay? Because right now it kind of looks like a cover 3 shell, doesn't it, Jonathan? It looks like he would be playing mid-hole. It looks like he'd be playing deep third and deep third right here, which if that's the case, this route right here is kind of a dead concept, right? But when I snap the football, if I see if this corner is indeed diving like this, there's no way he can get back to the high post, okay? It's a great ball. It gets dropped, by the way. I immediately think you're a much better football team 25 and out than you were the last several years. I mean, catch the damn ball, dude. Look how tight that ball's spinning. Yeah, but I mean, it's just Mississippi State, though, so, you know, not much to watch here. Just him tearing up, you know, the 137th worst football team in college football. So says the internet. All right, so here we go. Let's watch the motion right here out of empty and see what we got, Jonathan. We got motion, linebacker rather traveled with the running back, okay? I got eyes on locked here, I got eyes on locked here, I got eyes on locked here, eyes on locked here, eyes on locked here, okay? And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box looking like they're showing me pressure. Hey, class, what do we think we're getting from the defense? We're getting man-to-man coverage and pressure. We're getting a man zero, probably. We're probably getting a zero blitz right here. Best case scenario for the defense, they drop one of these into a low hole player and they only rush 5. Maybe we can get it picked up. Nonetheless, I am hot, right? As a quarterback, I got to know I'm playing on time. All right, so I'm going to take a hit while delivering a hit right here. I love this. I think this is competitive quarterbacking right here. We know we're going to get pressure. We know we're going to get pressure, all right, because we have 6 defenders. We only have 5 to block them. We're going to take three steps, no hitch. We're going to put the ball in the air into an accurate spot, give our guy an opportunity to go make a play, and guess what? That's exactly what happens. You cannot find me the Quinn Ewers clip of this happening last year. You can't. I mean, maybe I didn't watch enough Texas football, but I thought I did. Do you remember a clip of this like this from Quinn? No. Where it's like, oh, we got 0? Y'all are daring to blitz me? Watch this. 3-step, no hitch, take the free hitter. We're going to hit you with a 65-yard bomb on your head? No, man. Like, this just didn't happen last year for Texas's offense very often, I didn't think. Last 2 years, I mean, hell, I thought Quinn was statistically one of the worst deep ball throwers in SEC football the last 2 years. And I know they were only in the conference last year, but you know what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, no hitch. Ball out. We're going to take the shot. Doesn't matter. Doink. It's just Mississippi State, though, Jonathan. You know. Go to play 38. They ran the football a lot in this football game. They were very, very conservative, I felt like. There's real tape, guys. I'm going to keep trying to show you. This is the one I tweeted out the other day. Like, I tweeted this one out, and somebody was like, well, I'd like to see him getting some pressure. He's getting pressure right here, okay? We got a deep over working from, I think this is either Holden or Bond or what. We got a deep over running to us, all right? But in order to get there, we got to have time to get there, and we're going to have to avoid a rush. Let's watch this from the tight right here, okay? Number 16 right here is going to be coming off the edge free, okay? And the running back is going to fail to get over there and assert dominance and assert physicality at the point. Wham. Okay, we're getting caved in just a tad bit. Now, as a quarterback, we do this drill all the time. We call it two-handed monster, a.k.a. John Gruden, okay? We're going to get 2 hands on the football. We're going to rip up underneath the pressure. We're going to reset our feet, and we're going to rip a dagger right here. Watch this. Boom. Reset our feet. Get our feet back tied to our eyes. Amen? Get our feet back tied to our eyes. Make a nice, rippable, catchable, runnable football right there. Bang. Okay, now, I can't tell you how many times on this network I watched that quarterback do one of these. Okay, he's like, oh, look, here comes the deep over. And he gets his feet planted like this. And he's like, my arm's great. I'm going to throw that ball. We watched John Mateer throw a pick 6 like that, didn't we? Oh, I'm great. I'm just going to throw it like that. Arm going to flail. I ain't going to be disciplined about it. And here we are, second career start. We're going to get over that, read that progression, tie our feet to our eyes, and rip that football. That's playing quarterback at its most accurate and on-time level, okay? That's how you're supposed to play it. Just because we can do the fun stuff doesn't mean we need to all the time. That's being disciplined at the position. Now, young blood, especially this year. Now, last year, I get it. We knew my boy Quinn could come up off the field or come back on the field probably whenever he really needed to because it was just an ankle injury. But blood, we can't be taking hits like this, okay? Get your ass down. We cannot be taking hits like this. Watch it from the tight. It is a physical one. Now, I guess we left it on the clip to tell you, son, we can't take these, but also you are a large man. You are a large man. Okay, if we're going to take that, get right up, and just keep walking, we're big. We're a big dude. We're 6'3", we're 225. We're big enough to play in this conference and take licks in this conference. Now, I don't know why I am accusing Mississippi State of quitting right here, but Mississippi State looks like they quit on this play. I mean, look at these guys. This is a great athlete. Don't get me wrong. It's a great athlete. He's running really, really fast. He's a good athlete in open space. But not to do this to the Bulldog faithful. 1, 2, 3. I want you to watch those 3 football players, and you tell me if they ain't just put this one in the bag already. Abysmal. Abysmal. So if you want to crap on Mississippi State and us watching that tape, just do it on that one clip. Okay? But the rest of this stuff, I think, is applicable. Now, this note just says, what the hell was Quinn doing playing? Sorry, Quinn. This turned into a this guy's way better than you film study, and I apologize for that. Nah, dude. Oh, yeah, I remember this clip in film. All right, so this was my retort to, oh, you can't put a redshirt freshman in there. He's not ready. You can't expect that guy to go in there. Sark must have known something. Maybe he wasn't comfortable with the system, yada, yada, yada. How many different types of those excuses have you heard this offseason? I've heard plenty of them. The guy wasn't ready. You ain't watching the tape because the dude looks ready to me. In terms of, do I know where everybody's supposed to be? Do I know where everybody's at? Am I playing on time? We've shown you a buttload of playing on time. We've shown you a buttload of physically capable enough to do it, right? We've shown you a buttload of all the good stuff. This is a buttload of, damn, dude knows system. Dude knows system as well as dude can know system. Watch this right here. Watch us read through all of our progressions, step up in the smoke, realize it's not a good idea to start taking off running, and we're going to get this ball out to our back immediately. Those are our concepts working front side. We don't like it. We're trying to leak the tight end down the middle of the field is what it looks like right now. He doesn't like that either because we got two converging defenders right there. So we're going to step up in the pocket hoping that this tight end leak opens up. It ultimately doesn't. Neither does the run lane. What are we going to do? We're going to find our hot immediately, right as we're getting hit. Why does this matter? Well, it was about to be a 2nd and 14, and now it's a 2nd and 4. That right there, Jonathan, you can't tell me you're not ready. You know what I mean? In my opinion. That's like watching a basketball player step on the court and immediately find the corner 3 on an offense he's never played in. You know what I mean? That's the type of feel. That's the type of feel special athletes have. I think that's the type of feel this guy has. The next note just says, seriously, dude? Seriously, 3rd and 10? This is what we're going to put on tape right quick. In our first SEC start of our career, I can't remember what the play concept is, but we're going to find out together. Oh. We got mesh, and we're leaking straight down the field right here with a really, really fast option. And we know once this DB is sucked up, we know we got this as a winner right here. But I don't know how many young people are throwing that ball, Jonathan. You know what I mean? I think a lot of young quarterbacks going to look at that and go, "Ooh, that's covered. Let's check down. Let's work here. Let's do whatever." Not this guy. I'm telling you, there are going to be more aggressive dots thrown on this tape this year. You might have more turnovers, but there are going to be more aggressive, explosive seeking plays and throws from 16 than Texas fans have watched in the last 2 years combined, in my opinion. Our number one theme when watching Quinn was turn downs. Would you agree, John? Turn downs and floating the football?
Yeah.
Turn downs and floating the football, neither of which you're going to see on this tape. Last note, last clip, just says easy money. This guy's got easy money juice, all right, in the arm and in the physical abilities. He's got easy money. Just cruises through the stroke. You know what I mean? We're just flicking it, Bubba. Just flicking it. All right. What are your thoughts, bro? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I consistently believe in all the traits and in the intangibles, the arm talent, everything. I think it really is just a matter of We haven't seen it game by game by game. That's really the only question I have is, can you see it for an entire season? But, I mean, there's no doubt in the talent whatsoever.
I think we have a lot of jobs on this network, but I think when we get on this board or when you're evaluating talent, you have to be able to create projections. You have to be able to see what it is now and know what it can be, or at least think you know what it can be. I think this is going to be much better at the quarterback position than what Texas has had the last 2 years. Now, are the revolving parts around him better? I don't know. But they're a peel and replace football program. When you recruit at the top 4, top 3 level, buddy, it ought to be peel and replace. Okay, so I'm excited to see what this guy's going to do this year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and damn sure subscribe if you're not already. Love you. Bye.